Hey, here we
There
are.
he is, Tony.
On time.
Right on
Look
time.
at you.
I mean, we got this down. This is almost like it's technology working for us.
Maybe it's the user of the technology
For
making
sure.
it happen.
Unbelievable. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, good.
Tired.
Yeah, I would agree. I've been running a lot. Are you guys going to the St. Louis RPM tomorrow, or is that Dave and Bruce?
Dave and Bruce are headed to the RPM tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
So they will have a good time.
They will have a good time. We got a good load going.
Awesome.
A good load. Jeff and Dave have been walking the store looking for all the new stuff, some gems.
Just good stuff. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And then I went through the N scale. So all those guys have been dinging us. We're going to have some N scale there. I'm not going to say it's the right thing, but we got some N scale there.
There's always N scale there at your booth, isn't there?
There's a lot of years there's not.
A lot of years there isn't.
Yeah. Okay. It happens to N scale. I personally do. I don't know anybody that does N scale. Do you?
Right?
Yeah. There's a few of us out there. A few of us.
Just a couple guys.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've been tired. I've been tired too. I tell you, yeah, just running. We went from Nebraska. I went back down to Texas for a couple weeks and then was back up here. And I get down there, Jeff, and I get this text from Mike. And he had like squirreled away one of the ladies' pie things because he was behind on the pie count.
Yep.
Yes, I was ahead. I had like 3 or 4 pieces of pie across the weekend, and I don't know, maybe he had 1. Well, he might have had 2. So I think he was thinking, I am going to get Tony. So like Wednesday or Thursday after the show wrapped on the weekend, I get this, add 1 more to my pie count. And he sends me a picture and he's eating, and he's like, thinks he's got me. I said, well, I happen to have rolled in here in Texas last night and Pamela just pulled a cherry pie out of the oven. So we can cut that into about 8 slices. I'll eat half of them. That raises my pie count by 4. So don't even try. Don't even.
Me back pretty fast on it too. I was living high. I'm like, I'm texting Tony.
I could tell. I could tell. He's like, I got him. And it's like, man, I got a whole cherry pie sitting right here. So forget it.
I still got 1 hidden away. I was going to text you again, but no, it was just, I don't know.
Wow. It was a great show.
I got a bar hidden away from him.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun. I heard from so many people, during, after. I mean, it was really cool. So awesome. And we got pictures to look at. There's a N scaler. So I guess there are. How about that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mark and I had talked a lot over the years. So it's good stuff.
But anyway, we'll dive right in here. I've only got a couple of new products, and then we've got a wrap up of the 25th anniversary show to look at. We'll kick off here with new stuff. These just came in yesterday from our friends at Atlas. This is a 3D rendering of they announced a CF7, and I'm excited to see these. This is HO scale, no sound, and with sound ESU, I believe, is electronics in it. Amtrak, Santa Fe, there's a patch Santa Fe and a number of other secondhand roads. This is first time release from Atlas on these. So very cool. And I also
Ashley Drew in Northern.
That is a nice scheme. Yeah. They're very cool. I mean, these were fun units to see in the early 80s as they kind of disappeared from the Santa Fe and showed up everywhere else. But and I just got from Atlas and samples this week, Jeff, the Montana Rail Link SD35 in a new run. And it looks beautiful. Yeah, very nice.
We had a bunch of, I guess they got sold off to the secondhand market, and there's a railroad in Michigan that has purchased and left them pretty much all the same color and the striping, but just patched out the logos and whatnot.
Oh, cool.
So that's pretty
cool. Wow, yeah. New from Walthers, the Spaces line. I'm sure you guys saw this. This is in their older style Dairy Queen, and it's LED lighting, and I'm eager to see what these will be. I mean, obviously they're printed inserts for the different buildings. They've done them for about a half dozen the classic HO corner releases, and they're coming out this fall. But it looks like I saw in the one thing, it says there's some 3D printed elements, which I assume is some details inside some of the items as well. It looks like on this one, the back wall is there, but that middle section with like the 2 ice cream machines maybe pops up, so to get a little bit of 3D from it. But this is a neat idea that, you know, you've seen before, but these are custom made to fit into existing Cornerstone buildings and come with LED lighting. So really kind of changes the look. I think as modelers, we don't always, there's certain things you overlook, whether it's figures, some layouts and pictures you see they don't have, you know, they're, oh yeah, I don't do figures or whatever. And same with like lighting and interior and stuff. You don't think about it, but then when it's all done, it's like, oh wow, yeah, that's very cool.
They had a nice display there at the national show. Wathers did on their spaces, right? And Jeff noticed it right away. Brought me over there to it. And
Yeah,
I think he showed it off to Dad too, didn't you? And stuff. So it was,
I don't know if I showed Dad.
Okay.
We talked about it.
Yeah, but it's pretty awesome. They
I'm
really stand out. So
eager to see them. And this arrived for me this week from our warehouse here in Missouri. The HO Collector Annual is out, and I think I sent you guys a box of AHM cars.
Yep.
For display there at the where you check out at Spring Creek all this summer. You can see that bottom case of vintage models has a bunch of AHM things, but the annual is out, 116 pages covering all the freight cars that AHM did. So I'm real excited. It looks good. The print job is nice, and so eager to see that. It's available, and White River will be at the St. Louis RPM show with it, and the Gateway Western book that I was talking with your dad about a couple weeks ago at length, and shared this preview of the cover, but it is now official, and we're looking at like a November ship date for it, and it's available for pre-order now. That's awesome. Ryan Crawford and James Lunard and Matt Fricks are the authors, and I'm doing the layout and putting the book together and all that kind of good stuff. It'll be printed here in Missouri, and hardcover book, $74.95. It's on a pre-order special right now. I'm sure you guys will probably have that in stock that as well. So should be interesting. Then that just went live today.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool, Tony.
I'm excited by it. That's I've done magazines for years and a couple of annuals, but this will be like first hardcover like book that I've been involved in. So
that's cool.
It's very cool. 3D render or 3D prints samples on the Halliburton pneumatic car from Rapido Trains that I know we're very excited about. Yep. And this rolled in, I think this morning that they sent me these. I'm hoping they're going to have these at the St. Louis RPM. I'll have to get there early before your dad sees it and swipes it from the table.
Right.
Right.
It's pretty awesome.
But yeah, that looks cool.
Very nice.
And of course, those are available in 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s or something. There's like 3 or 4 different of that, like red, white, and kind of gray Halliburton paint scheme. And this is a new announcement from Rapido in HO scale. And it should be an awesome car. It's just such a neat car. And the way Rapido does detail and such, as I was saying before we went on, I was disappointed they didn't flip this 3D print over because I wanted to see the detail and stuff on the bottom for the outlet gates and that kind of stuff, because it is such a neat looking freight car. And yeah, they'll do a great job on it. But there's some up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, in Montana. Wow. Okay.
That's awesome.
Very cool. But yeah, awesome. And that's Rapido Trains HO scale. And then I got a bunch of pictures from the 25th anniversary show, which was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
almost
2 weeks ago already.
Wow. This is, of course, Yelton Models HO scale Spring Creek Model Train store. And as I look at it, I still am wowed by how he caught everything in the detail. That is so awesome. Yep. And this is what, HO scale, and I think N scale too he's going to have.
And N scale made it at the Novi show. So we had N scale kits available at the Novi NMRA show. So now we'll be carrying those around.
That's very awesome. I've got pictures just kind of scattered from the 3 different spots. I've got some stuff that I took in the store. This is down at the Dashler High School, the setup there. And then, of course, at the Thayer County Community Center. And this from the 25th, the every other summer show that we all look forward to. And this year was the biggie with being the 25th anniversary for the store. And so we'll just kind of go through some of them. I know you guys will probably know some of these guys more. I think this is the one Texas layout, but I'm not sure. We'll see when I tried to get all of the banners and names for everybody.
Oh yeah, the door nuts, they call themselves. They're like doors, right? They're hollow.
Yeah, they're hollow layouts built on hollow core doors.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow, that's a old style way of doing it. Yeah. That poor Bachman High Cube. Wow.
Right.
Always fun to see that kind of stuff. Caw Valley.
And
this was in the Deschler. And I didn't realize there's 2 gymnasiums that were set up. I think it wasn't till the second day we were there, I went over and saw the whole layout set up on the other side too.
Yep.
So, I mean, it was incredible. All the stuff that was set up, really awesome displays.
Yeah, the Sherman Hill, always like, Mr. Leonard there, isn't it?
Yeah, that was Jim. Nice.
And then we jump back to the store here.
Busy.
Yeah,
Looks like Dan says he'll have some new stuff at St. Louis for the RPM this weekend.
Yeah, he's got some cool things that Dad helped him find and get dimensions and pictures of.
Yep. Dryer and a anhydrous.
2 anhydrous trailers and a dryer.
See Glenda there working away. She was busy the whole weekend. Glenda's always on it and got it going and everything. Then here's at the Thayer Community Center. I'm there with everybody.
Nice.
And okay, here we go. Every time I saw Bruce, he's having pie, and he never got me any pie. Well, he did say that he had him put some pie away for me, or he tipped me off that you can have him put pie away and put your name on it. So I'm not gonna get on him for the fact that okay, this is how I saw Bruce a lot at the weekend, was eating pie. But no, I don't know what his pie count was. He was not in the competition, and frankly, I don't know that I would want him to be in. I don't know. I mean,
competition might grow next year. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was going on.
Well,
what? I had a measly.
You're going to get an invite next year.
You're
going to get an invite because I'm going to beat you. So.
I'm trading jobs with Bruce so I can get all the pie.
Absolutely. And this was the prize table. I don't think, we talk about all this stuff, and the clinic schedule is up there, and next to the clinic schedule on the wall is a map of the different locations. So if you've never been out and you're wondering on how that works, these were the clinics for Saturday are listed there. And then the prize table is in front there that Bruce is sitting at. And we gave away prizes the whole weekend too. So that was awesome. You get the little raffle tickets as you come in. But really, really fun. It was such a great show. And then this is inside the Thayer Community Center. There's Marlon from Scale Trains. He brought a ton of neat stuff. But what's it up?
That's awesome.
Matt was too busy running trains. I don't think he wouldn't, and he's just he's a beanpole guy. I could whip Matt Gentry on eating pie. So he can get in the competition. Yeah. And I did see Ray, was working the strawberry rhubarb.
Awesome.
And then your mom gave us rhubarb. Ray took some rhubarb home, and I took a bag of rhubarb to Pamela, and she was just thrilled. Like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I don't know what you're going to do with that, but okay. Yeah. So, but
that's what I think too, Tony.
I mean, the rhubarb thing, no. She's never tricked me into trying it. I'll buy them for her when I'm someplace, but I look at it and go, no celery in my strawberry pie.
That's funny.
Nick Santos there from Nick's Trains, and I think he's doing a clinic this weekend at the RPM on decoders and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, we got Chef Dan. I didn't get to try the peach pie. Yeah, I had lemon. I had chocolate. I'm trying to think which all ones I had, but I didn't try the peach one, and I probably would have. Derek Sampson there had his whole family from. He's Marshall, Missouri, about an hour and a half away from me here in the Kansas City area with his value train stuff. He had his brand new 40-foot sliding door in scale boxcar. and Ray Arnott interviewed him throughout the whole weekend. And if you want to look for these, you can go to Around the Layout Podcasts YouTube channel, the Spring Creek YouTube channel, and you can see all of the different. We talked about everybody that was there, and not just like the Zuckers, but all these folks too. And it was such a great weekend and a lot of fun. But yeah, I know Derek had a good time there and brought his family, and his little boy's getting into trains, is what he's telling me. So that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then the boys from Iowa scaled. I've already had a couple people asking me about wanting to ask them or check on stuff at the RPM this weekend, because all need electronic stuff. Someone's trying to power like a static display of something, and they were asking how, these guys for the squealer thing have the power set up for the train to go back and forth. And I said, yeah, you'd have to ask. I said, yeah, they do. I don't know, but yeah, ask them. They can fix you up.
Yeah.
But Iowa Scaled was there. I'm forgetting this. What was this gentleman's name from the North? Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah. From North Platte, the Bailey Yard.
Yep.
But he was a lot of fun to meet. He's on the board there for that event. And if you go out to Spring Creek, you probably are doing some rail fanning. So certainly 30 across Nebraska is, absolute fantastic to chase the Union Pacific. And yeah, the Bailey Yard, the Golden Spike thing there is really awesome to go up in that. Yeah.
You're right in the heart of it too at the Spike. Right?
Oh yeah.
You can watch the eastbound hump do its thing, right? Trimming all of that out. And then you get to watch the diesel shop move stuff around. So
I mean, it is so cool. Like this aerial view, I think, if I'm thinking right, guys, isn't like right about there is where the Gold Spike is. Yep. And then you can look right out at the yards, and then the hump stuff is back over here. But it's just so cool. And it's an awesome, and it's funny, when he first sat down, I said, you guys have like a gift shop I can never get out of without buying a bunch of stuff. And he laughed and said something about how they have an award-winning gift shop, like out of museums and destination places. I guess there's some whatever. And I said, well, I absolutely believe it. I said, yeah, I always end up leaving with big boy glasses and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a cool place. Yeah, we love that. We, like you said, rail fanning around here is pretty good. I mean, you get to see it. It's open spaces, so it's not hidden behind trees or anything. And just today, right, we had a gentleman here from the upper part of Pennsylvania that was rail fanning all the different Amtrak stations along the California Zephyr route.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway.
H.O.N. Scale Trees there by John's H.O.N. Trees. They were at the show as well. There were a number, like there was the one guy selling boxes. I saw more people heading out the door with those like train storage. The train box guy.
Yep.
Okay, train boxes plus. But yeah, he was really great. And
Gulf Western derailment.
Yeah.
And Jeff, here's what I found out about this. I saw this. I'm like, wow, well, what happened here? And they said, well, like, do you know Mike Zucker? He came over this morning and wanted to run a train. I'm like, oh man, and you let him run it? And they said, well, we still got to clean up. Yeah, there you go. But there,
I don't know. Gulf Western maybe not going to be next to
I know. Yeah, they're going to have to get moved away from the pie window. That's for sure.
Oh man, that's not true. That's not true. That's how it goes. I just had to pick on Mike. Yeah,
but it's going to hurt for a while. So.
Oh, man.
It was too big for him to handle. Ray.
That's true, because it was HO.
Wow.
Man, I can't see.
Come
now,
on,
Jeff,
now.
you gotta stop. No, you gotta stop. Yeah. It's like, I can't remember. Mike walked into the store at one point, maybe like late Saturday or Sunday, and somebody zinged him with something, and Dave just started laughing, and Mike was like, "Oh man, I get picked on all the time." And I like hollered out, it's like when they stop picking on you is when you got to get worried. And Dave said, yeah, that's absolutely true. That's true. So, but anyway, this is fun stuff to get to see with these layouts set up. Galloping Goose Historical Society. That'd be a fun way to travel across that southwestern part of Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Garza from Scale Signs was there, and we stopped, and I don't have him on here, but I shot pictures of, as you're going east out of Deschler, 81 to York.
Yep.
The stop sign.
Look
look again. Like it says stop. Traffic doesn't cross traffic doesn't stop. And then on the other side, it says, look again. And I said, that would be a cool sign. He thought it would be too. And we stopped and shot a bunch of pictures. So,
oh, that's awesome.
but yeah.
Very cool.
And,
I think Dad's working on a billboard with him. So,
oh, that's
like a
very
Wile
cool.
Coyote, you know, back in the day. I mean, we all grew up on Wile E. Coyote, right?
Yeah,
So there's a billboard maybe coming along. So
this was at the community center. This one, the in-scale layouts, and these planes really got my attention. That
those are cool.
I assume they're close to, and this is one of those kind of things. I don't need to be shown this kind of stuff. Like I'm already looking at the silver boxes there. It's like, what is this postage stamp collection? I got to look this up. Maybe I need to start collecting these.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh, no. But yeah, I thought that was neat. George Bogota there from Soundtracks. We had fantastic prime rib at Rowdy's there in Fairbury, Nebraska. I've never had a bad meal there with Michelle Kempema and Jennifer Howell and Nick Santos and Chris Palomares and Ray Arnott. That we had a great dinner Saturday. There you go, Bruce, not having piece of pie. He's out there working the
all right, good.
Yeah. I'm blanking out. This is the Intermountain guy's son, Kurt. Yes,
this is Kurt Jr.
Yeah, has some DVDs and other stuff that look pretty cool.
He does a really good job too.
The setup there with John, I believe, at Azatrax.
Yep.
And there's Chris we had just pulled up to the motel, I think, Friday night. Oh, I'm like, how did we get so late? We were at the store, and then we came back over to the motel, and Chris was just rolling in, grabbing a cart and unpacking all his stuff. So he got in late Friday night and was there for the 2 days and had a bunch of new stuff coming from Intermountain, lots of neat things. And then the brothers there, they and their dad took over microengineering.
The Dwiggins.
The Dwiggins, yes. And this is one of the first shows they got to go to. And I think they really had a good time. It was a lot of fun, and talking to them, you kind of tell they were just getting into some of the train stuff. But it's kind of a fun event there.
Yep. That's awesome to see them working on that, right? So.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. It's kind of a family business there. And I assume we might probably see them this weekend at the St. Louis RPM because that's St. Louis is where they're based. This one gentleman, I know you guys have told me about him before, how he goes around at shows and picks up, some of the inexpensive older kits and then does some of the painting and detail work. And they really are a knockout. That this is neat stuff that I was very much impressed. This is the first time I'd kind of got to see his stuff and talk to him about it, but I thought that was very cool.
Yeah, he did a nice clinic too. I heard really good things about his clinic. So.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. There's John again from Azatrax. This to me, you see the emergency exit only on that door. That's because you start looking at this and you go, it'd probably fit in the back of my car. And I could get into this scale and it would be awesome. In fact, the dog could ride around in a gondola behind that Jeep 60M.
Yeah.
This would be really cool to have in the backyard. So see, there's an emergency exit to kind of get some air and calm down. You're not going into Zeus scale railroading. But I forget, I talked to this gentleman. It's the guy standing behind the locomotive what's his name?
Eric Agondape.
Oh, but look at that.
He's an Amtrak engineer, but he's been building this. He runs, so that's 1.5-inch scale.
Wow.
So there's a place in Goner, right? Goner, Nebraska.
Right, yeah.
They have a track there that you can run on, and he's taking it up. He's test drove it, I guess, and running around and everything. So
wow,
it's gonna be awesome when it gets painted. And I don't know, it's been pretty fun watching him develop it. He's worked with one of our friends here in town with it when it first started, and then he's gotten some other friends involved now that are helping him finish it. And
I mean, this is
cool.
It's some serious modeling. I mean, I can see the brass details west parts, and I didn't know they made that. And those look like Canon fans, maybe.
Yep. Yeah.
Who knew they made those in giant scale?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, wow. That's too cool. And
cool.
Where is that? We got to go up there sometime and see him operate. That's
where
really
is
cool.
Yeah. It's up on the interstate,
or west of Lincoln on the interstate, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel you can look for. I forget the name of it, but
okay, I'll have to look that up because that's very cool. And some more shots of the railroads. The detail, when you consider these get trucked around, set up, that's the thing you got to keep in the back of your mind. I mean, look at this swing set with the little kids' picnic tables and all that stuff, and this is something that gets packed up and hauled around for these shows, and that's incredible. I love this, the shops here that you could look in at the engine house and these cutaway diesels. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a fun one.
And here's another one of the planes, and I think this might have been HO, and they had that set up. But yeah, for some reason, planes got my attention, and no, I'm not going to start. Well, I mean, maybe I'd collect a few things, but yeah. And I like this.
Thinking about collections, are you going to collect the new train cars?
Oh, the
I forget what they're calling them.
Titans of Steel. Yes, I saw that. And they're also taking, if you go to Walther's website, you can see on there that if you can contribute pictures. So yeah, I think I need to contribute a picture and see if I can get a card made, because wouldn't that be cool? My role-playing news. Yeah, no, don't make work for me, right? I think that
it's coming. It's coming.
No, yeah. I thought this was cool. The Mopac Jeep here with Kellogg's center flows, and looks like the dinosaurs would like to have a little bit of grain to eat. Although I think those dinosaurs might have been carnivores, so that crew better be a little more worried than the cornflakes that they're carrying. So
that's right.
Yeah, this was a neat setup. And there's another business car. I don't think I caught it. There's UP on the one side, and I forget what the business car was on the other. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I don't ever forget that one.
Dakota Southeastern. Oh yeah,
I like that. I saw that train running.
That's a cool layout too, because these setups are gigantic. Is this the door one? These are built on
the door one. Yeah,
so
not very big.
Yeah, it's basically 2 doors laying there. But look at all. I mean, there's a lot to it, because some of these, these giant layouts they set up, it's like, well, where would you put that? But that's a really neat layout with the service track back into there, and it looks like you've got almost a double main line. Yeah, I thought that was a really nice one.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah. Is this the Texas? Yeah, Corpus Christi.
Yep.
And this, like,
Matt's train. Yeah.
I think that's Matt's. Yeah, he flipped on the ditch lights and everything for me. And
he built that loop scenery, the loop, and built the backside of the loop. The 4 days before the show.
Yeah. Wow, that was incredible. And then there's Ray's around the layout. Podcast in scale boxcar was making the rounds on a couple of things. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Well, that's true, Matt. We kind of wonder.
Matt, we got to do an Indiana Railroad article for Diesel Era. I got to look and see if they've ever covered Indiana Railroad, because I would like to see that, because I love that red and white scheme.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
And this was over on the east side, the second kind of building there in the Thayer County Community Center had in-scale set up. And then right out there by the concession area, Michelle Kempema had stuff for the Colorado Model Road Museum. And their RPM is September?
Yep.
Yeah. So check that out. You can go to their website and get information on that. I'm sure you guys are going to be there, aren't you?
Yep. Spring Creek will be there. Yep.
Okay. Is this the one that was in the other gymnasium?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. And like, I didn't even know that was there until the second day. And it was like, oh, wow.
That was the Fremo N scale. There's probably 6 states represented.
Wow.
Seems right.
Maybe 7.
And I can't remember what your dad was teasing me about something. And it's like, I saw this picture. I'm like, yeah, he was saying something to me. This is over there. This is where there were a lot. I took home a whole bag of, like, I found one of those old Eel River or ENR, that beer car kit. I bought a ton of stuff, because you said you'd have some neat stuff in like a discount area, and that's where this was, over at the high school. And I hit that Saturday morning, and I got a bunch of old UP Streamliner issues that I haven't even got a chance to look at yet. And I think Mike, your wife, Nicole, was there working that morning. Yeah. But so there were a lot of cool special deals. Okay, now we get the important stuff.
Lemon pie. I like it.
Here we
There it
go.
is. Sloppy Joe.
This was my pick for the best pie was the lemon meringue, and then the sloppy joes. In fact, I talked to the one lady that makes sloppy joes. Who was that?
Yeah, that's our Aunt Mary Jo.
Yeah. I said to her, I said, oh my gosh. I said, I grew up on sloppy joes. My mom would make them. And I said, I still will buy a can of Manwich or the Del Monte one. And it's like, no, not the same. I said, but this reminds me of a sloppy joe I had when I was like 10 years old. I said, this is so good.
You love that. So
man.
awesome.
And yeah, the lemon meringue pie was just awesome. And there's Ray again. There's podcasts out and YouTube videos on everything that Ray covered for Around the Layout. So look that up and check that out.
Oh man, he laid
Well,
on
Ray
you
is on
there.
fire
You better
tonight.
put that comment up there, Tony.
What's that?
You got to put up Ray's new comment.
Yeah.
Took a shot at you, bud.
Yeah.
Oh. And then here is, and I have never even gotten, look at this cherry bar and the brown. I did look at both of those, but man, my focus is on the pies. And I'm thinking, I got to have a cooler in the future and put a bunch of this stuff in the cooler for like the whole next week that I can just be knocking pies out. Cause like these cherry bars I should have taken. I mean, wow. Yeah.
We're going to have to start a new website for the next show. We might have a pre-order list of pies, right?
Yeah.
Just take some orders.
That's right.
I mean, it's crazy. Well, I say Bruce spilled the beans that he goes, I said, some of these I find a pie and like, I'm trying to decide between my top two and I'm worried it won't be there the next time I come back. And he goes, well, you can hand it back to them and they'll put your name on it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know you could do pie layaways.
Yeah.
So, I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I can't remember. I had the cherry, I had chocolate, I had the lemon meringue, I think was my favorite. So yeah.
I think every 2 years they get blown away.
That's incredible.
Just on that, they have to go home on Saturday night and bake more pies. Right? It blows them away all the time, which is awesome. But the ladies love it. The ladies they enjoy that show a ton. They enjoy seeing I think there's a ton of you guys out there that they consider friends now, right? And they just love it, right? You hear when we talk with them, because we run into them obviously around our small town, and they always are having a good one. So, high layaway champion, yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Oh wow,
that's awesome.
So in between the two, what y'all did Novi?
Oh my goodness, you can't talk.
Tell me
Raise
something about
off
the national
from this pie competition. It's just
no. That's no. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. But tell me about the Novi show.
For a long time in my life, and I never have liked it. I've never liked it at all. Do you?
I like a rhubarb crisp. I've never had a rhubarb in pie though.
All right.
Sorry.
So anyway, back to business. The Novi show, y'all were there. How was that? A lot of neat stuff.
It was good. It was good. Like we talked about going through things. Walthers had some cool things sitting out some are just starting to come in. Like they had in the main line, they got their 4750 hopper. So they had a sample of the Rock Island Blue one there, which is
sweet.
Always fun to see. And then they had some in mainline, a gondola that had a bulkhead in on it, still taller for a load. And Dad said they even had coil cradles down in there. So I didn't get a chance to look at them very close.
Yeah.
Of course, they had their Spaces display, there's one that's a little corner restaurant with some tables and stuff out of the paper product or cardstock product. And I thought, man, you just throw a few figures in there and you're done.
Good to go.
Yeah, that's really cool. Of course, Scale Trains had the most announcements, I think. Prairie Shadows had a cool announcement with the Grand Trunk GP9 rebuilds.
Right. Yeah.
That'll be cool. Dad remembers, I think it's Nebraska Central got a couple of those when they started up. So that'll be interesting. We're working on that research to make sure that that's actually true, because that might be something there with that. Otherwise, just got to see a lot of good customers and Mike and I did a little impromptu run around Detroit and see the highlights on the rail networks.
Cool.
Found an untainted Grand Trunk unit, so that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll share.
I think I did the Grand Rapids show when it was a national show 10, 12, almost 15 years ago. But yeah, the Detroit stuff I'd like to go because I'd like to see like the Ford Museum, and I think there's some of that car
Ford.
stuff that would be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Ford Museum would have been cool. We drove around Dearborn, their plant there in Dearborn, so that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. See that.
Yeah.
And then
Some good stuff. I don't know.
Good times.
The announcement I was excited about that you didn't show is along with that CF7 from Atlas. They're doing the 53-foot reefer trailers.
Oh, an N
yeah.
I thought that was awesome. So that was plus the new signals. I'm really excited about the new signals from Atlas and N scale, but
the modern hoods,
they even announced the dwarf signal in HO scale.
I saw that.
So that was awesome. So there's some cool stuff coming from Atlas.
Loads of new stuff. Loads of new stuff. So we got the St. Louis RPM in Collinsville, Illinois is this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Yep. And we got all kinds of new stuff in. We got all the new scale trains. ES44s are here. So we're hauling those down there. The new HO scale coil cars from Scale Trains are here. So we got a bunch of them.
The new run of 5161s from
Intermountain.
No.
Athens.
Yes.
Those are here. So
wish they had those really neat, I guess, the legendary liveries, the SP, the Rio Grande, and the Chicago Northwestern.
Yeah, those are pretty nicely done. They're nicely done. They make it look like those are the railroad.
I like those, and I like that Iowa Interstate is another one I think is in that run, and it was a nicely done too. Yeah, very cool.
And then the N-scale's got the acid tank car.
Oh, and boy, my guys,
that little tank car is something else.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that we're working on that for Model Railroad News, and I've got 3 of my N-scale guys doing. Each will have their take on it, and I did photography on those about a week or so ago before I sent them off, and really impressive. Yeah, first ever Genesis model for N-scale from Athearn, and really sweet. So
yeah, it's super cool. I'm pumped. Oh, the 90 Max,
Yep.
90 Max are here, so hauling a bunch of them with us, right? So those are going down there. Bunch of new stuff. I don't know, Atlas. Didn't we have some Atlas?
Yeah, G40-2s and boxcars, precision.
Oh yes, that precision
design boxcar,
50-foot boxcar. Yeah, I did see that, and we do new stuff each month there where I talk over new products. But I just saw the Conrail, I think, came in on that precision design as a sample that I was sent on it. So eager to see it. So then what shows are after Collinsville?
Well, after that one,
hey, I'm telling you, poor Mike.
I just got to stay here to work. That's my problem.
All right. Well, the next one, Mom and Dad will be headed out to Evanston, Wyoming for a show out there. It's a 3-day show. We did that for the first time in quite a while last year, and it
was a good show.
Worked out nicely, and it's fitting the schedule. So we're going again and hoping to have a good time. And then we're into September.
So we got a crazy loop going in September on the next one. So the big trailer is going to be heading down to Texas. I think it's going to stay down there for 2 shows with Mom and Dad down there. So, and then Jeff and I will be heading to Altoona
for the N-scale weekend out there.
So Jeff gets to go and see how the other half lives. So
he's going to work. I'm going to go rail.
And then we got a bunch of other ones. We're going out to Greeley for the RPM there, and then we got a local show here at Beatrice, an hour away from us, and it's on to October.
Right. Yep. So
that's
things will start firing up in September for the train show season.
Yeah, be busy.
As if it ever stops. I don't feel like the train show or train model railroading season, whatever. It's like it's year round. Yeah,
it is.
It's year-round stuff. Awesome. Well, very cool. Good to visit with you guys. I'm glad we had such a fun time. at the 25th anniversary thing. I look forward to that every other year, but this one was especially good with that being the anniversary. So loads of fun.
Appreciate you guys coming and everybody coming, right? And it was a good time seeing everybody and, you know, seeing old friends, seeing new friends, right? It was a blast. So,
Yep.
Very cool. It was a great way to spend the 4th of July. That would not that was officially a part of things, but Friday night, Ray and I got to be in on your fireworks stuff there, and I really had a good time with that because
that's awesome.
Yeah,
we had a good time. My son had a blast out there helping with the fireworks show, and it was good. They did a real nice job. Dale and the crew there did awesome.
That was very cool. Very cool. Awesome. But any I'm trying to think. There's a Broadway, Cato and Broadway Limited. Yeah. And I'm trying to think though, is the Broadway a regular release? I'm not sure. But yeah, Cato has just announced CPKC. Yeah. So very cool. Well, awesome. What are the shows in Texas? You still got 2 shows back to back in Texas in August?
We got a show in Temple, Texas, and then the show after that is the fall Plano show we're planning on. So it hasn't hit our website yet. We're still working through that, but it's leaning that way more. So you'll probably see that in our calendar here on the website pretty soon. So
awesome. Well, certainly looking forward to the RPM and seeing Dave and Bruce there. I'll stop by and say hey. But great visiting with you guys today. And as always, phone number and the website and all that kind of good stuff is available to you. SpringCreekModelTrains.com, and get your own personal shopper to go around and look for trains for you. They will do that. Pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm trying to find this or that, or I have these 2 road numbers and I think the company did 3 or 4, and you can get all that done. It's like, yep, here it is.
Yep, for sure.
I think we just lost
your mic, Tony.
Can't hear you. I don't know. Maybe it's us.
Maybe they lost us. We'll see you, Tony.
Everybody.
Bye.